Ripple effects from the government shutdown starting to impact air travel. We are live from Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport with what you need to know. And that is where we begin at 4. Glad you're with us here. I'm Cheryl Preheim.
And I'm Ron Jones in for Faith Jesse. So the White House is facing a lot of heat today as the government shutdown now stretches into its 7th day. So here's the very latest here, folks. There's a draft memo from the White House that suggests furloughed federal workers might not get back pay after the government shutdown. However, some lawmakers are pushing back, calling it just a scare tactic. They say the law clearly promises that workers will be paid once the shutdown ends. Meanwhile, President Trump says he's going to soon reveal which government programs he wants to shut down for good. And over on the Department of Transportation, there's been a noticeable increase in air traffic controllers calling out sick since the shutdown began. So the ripple effects are being felt not just here in Georgia, but all across the country.
Yeah, a lot of questions about what happens in Atlanta now. 11 Alive's Marissa Starback is live now at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, looking into any similar impacts here. Marissa, are we seeing anything like that at this point here in Atlanta?
Cheryl, Ron, no, nothing to report like that here at Hartsfield-Jackson. A spokesperson for the airport tells me they've had no issues or slowdowns from either TSA or air traffic control. We did also speak with some travelers here, and they tell me they had some slowdowns today, but they don't think anything was a result of the federal government shutdown.
I think my flight was slightly delayed by like, 30 minutes, but not no crazy slowdowns.
Delayed taking off a little bit, nothing to do with something on the ground. And then he made it up. We landed right on time.
TSA workers and air traffic controllers are considered essential federal employees, meaning they're expected to come to work without pay, even when the government is not operating. After multiple air traffic controllers at the Burbank Airport called out of work late Monday night, the National Air Traffic Controllers Association released a statement. It is normal for a few air traffic controllers to call in sick on any given day, and this is the latest example of how fragile our aviation system is in the midst of a national shortage of these critical safety professionals. On Monday, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy addressed the impact of this government shutdown on federal aviation workers.
In a job that's already stressful, this shutdown has put way more stress on our controllers.
Duffy assured Americans airspace is not unsafe during the government shutdown, but he says it creates a ripple effect for the air traffic controllers.
Now what they think about as they're controlling our airspace is, how am I going to pay my mortgage? How do I make my car payment? I have a couple kids at home. How do I put food on the table?
Some travelers believe a repeat of the 2018 government shutdown could be on the horizon, when we saw long lines and wait times and even canceled flights.
I think in time it will happen last time.
I mean, it's not like a constant worry, but you have to realize that it's a concern.
The union says all across the nation, nearly 11,000 air traffic controllers remain on the job, some working up to 6 days a week and 10-hour shifts. It also says it's working with the FAA to mitigate any disruptions. Reporting live at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, Marissa Starback, 11 Alive News.
Marissa, thank you for the update. Think about people putting in a day's work knowing they won't get paid, at least yet. Essential employees like air traffic controllers and TSA agents are expected to get a partial paycheck on October 11th. That's money earned before the shutdown, but they will not get the rest of their pay until the government reopens. Still ahead at 4:30, as uncertainty hangs in the balance for many federally funded programs, we have some good news for the thousands of Georgia families who depend on WIC. The government shutdown is a story that's always changing, and you can follow all the developments on our streaming app, 11 Alive Plus. Download it to your TV and watch for free.